All right, how's everyone doing? So we're going to be doing course selection. I'm going to go through this kind of quickly, but you can always have this video as a reference. But I do want to get general stuff in. We're going to be picking classes for next year. Crazy, right? And start planning for life after BG. So yours is going to be a little different than some of your friends because, like I said, we're trying out this Google Classroom. Your friends will be using Schoology. It's not going to change the who gets what classes. It's just kind of a different way. We're trying to see if this Google Classroom would help the counselors. You're going to see me swiping back and forth like this because um, this is a student side right now, and as you can see, if you went into your Google Classroom on Sunday night, not going to see much. Whereas when I show you all of my stuff, there's a lot more because I am scheduled to have it post tomorrow morning. So you should see all of this. Right now, if you're looking at this Sunday night, you wouldn't see it. But a couple things I want to do. I want to have you well, first, let's start off with the graduation check and 4-year plan. So when you go here, this is what we're going to be using along with Infinite Campus to keep track of your schedule, keep track of your classes, to build out the next 3.5 years for you to have schedules each year that are really good for you, and also to make sure you're going to graduate. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to tap on this right now, and what that's going to do is that is going to open um, this in your Google Drive, and it's going to share a copy with me, and we're going to be able to edit this as frequently as we want to. Now this is BGHS Student Services because that's the user account I'm using right now. This should say your name. Okay, real quick, we're going to fill out some of this, but I want to go through. This is your demographic information. These are, I'm going to sneeze, hold on a second. Oh, it went away. These are, nope, yeah, excuse me. These are your 4 years of high school and any notes we have. These are the subjects. These are the totals you get each year and the total number of credits earned. Reminder, you need 21 to graduate. On the right-hand side, we're calling this red to green. Every time you pass a class, this color is going to change a little bit to hopefully eventually match this color green. All right. So let's start off with the demographic information. So I'm going to talk a little slow so you can catch up, but feel free to go ahead with just this section. Please don't move on. Type in your first name. Type in your last name. Any box you come to that has this arrow means it's a drop down, so pick your counselor. Since I'm your counselor, pick me. Your ID number, I'm going to say that's my ID number. Date of last update, when you click this, you should be able to put today so that I know last time you updated it. Case manager, if you have a case manager, put their name here. If you don't know what a case manager is, you don't have one, so don't worry about it. And then these two are really important. This is how we're going to start figuring out what a good pathway is for you right now. What are some classes we should look at scheduling? Just so you know, I have had students change it all 4 years, and I've had students keep it the same. So just put something you're interested in. We're going to say I want to be a teacher. If you really truly are like, I cannot think of anything, any one of these that interests me, you can pick undecided, but do know it's going to turn red, and it's going to let me know, hey, you and I got to hang out, or we got to get you in the College and Career Center. We'll put education and training. My plan after high school, I'm going to say a 4-year school because I know for a teacher, you got to go to college. So I'm going to assume I'm going to go there right away. But maybe I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to do this Harper Promise thing. I'm going to stay close to home. I'm going to pick that. If I really have no idea, I could put unknown, but again, that will turn red. And then lastly, I want you to type in some stuff you're interested in. So I like basketball. I like technology. I like helping others. I like teaching stuff. And I love Mountain Dew Kickstart. I actually just had one before this presentation. And if you ever see me first thing in the morning, you'll see me drinking one there as well. All right. So now what I want you to do is, we'll leave this. Well, no, we'll go through this. I want you to. No, we're going to go back to this. Next thing I want you to do is your course request. So you're going to click this guy right here, and it's going to open up a Google Sheet that looks like this. Let me clear out my information from the first time I did this. At the top you should be right now. The top is going to be your name, so put your name. and then put what year in school you're going to be next year. So I'm going to be a sophomore, so I put sophomore. These are the graduation requirements if you want to know what they are. If you're a person that just likes to see it in front of you, like kind of dit, here it is. If you are more of a visual learner and like to see progression of it like I do, I have them included on the side here, and you can see how you're meeting those requirements. We're going to come back here in a second. All right, so you got this open. Now we're going to be picking our classes for next year, and what's going to help us is, if you go back to the Google Classroom, there is, if you go to course selection materials, the registration booklet 1920 Frosh. And what this is this is a PDF that has all the classes we have to offer here at BG. Okay? What's nice about it, I'm showing all the classes, is that for a lot of them, there's a flow chart. So for English, I know that if I'm in college prep, written and oral, I know most likely sophomore year I'm taking World Lit, junior year I'm taking American Lit, and senior year I am taking a semester of writing and a semester of literature. And here are some electives that are offered within that department. So this is really cool to help planning. So what we're going to do is we are going to fill out our classes. So start with English. Let's say this year I was in honors written and oral. That means next year I'm going to go into honors World Lit right here. So what I want you to do, and if you're in college prep written and oral, you're going to go into World Lit. Type in here, I'm going to type in honors World Lit. I'm going to abbreviate it because I think Mr. Linhart's smart enough to figure out what that means. So type in what class you are going to be in next year. Okay? Go back. And for math, let's say I'm in Algebra 70s right here. So that means sophomore year, if I follow this flow chart, I'm going to be in Geometry 70s. Now it's important to put the 7 somewhere in there because you can see there's 2 classes called Geometry. So I want to be able to know which level I'm supposed to be in. So I'm supposed to be in the 70s level. So I'm going to type in Geo 70s, or maybe I just want to type in Geo 7, whatever I want to do, just so I can know what's going on. You with me still? I'll give you a second. Now with chemistry and world history, it's really easy because those are the names of the classes you're going to take. So let's say I am in the college prep chemistry. I can leave this blank because I don't need to waste my time typing chemistry twice. World history. Let's say I'm in AP world history. I'm just going to type AP. That's good enough. Okay. So we're halfway done. So for PE, what's nice next year, 2 things are interesting actually. One, everyone has to take health. So we're all going to put health first semester. Doesn't mean you're going to have it first semester. Just put it as a placeholder. And then for PE, you are really allowed to take a lot of PE classes. They are offered up to you. If you go to the end of this packet, there are a ton of classes that you cannot take. Can't take personal trainer because that's just for seniors. Obviously, you can't take junior leaders or senior leaders. So I'm going to look through all the descriptions, and as you're looking at classes in this whole booklet, if they have a slash number in it, like these do, that means it's a year-long class. Okay, so I'm looking for a semester class, and you know what? I heard that this lifestyle fitness is cool. They said it's like being at a health club. My parents go to Export, and they seem to like it, so I'm going to try it. I'm going to try lifestyle fitness. Okay, and then I am going to take a lunch. I could leave this blank or type in lunch. You do have the opportunity to waive your lunch to take an extra class next year, but to be honest, I usually tell my students, I try to talk my students out of it just because I think we need those 54 minutes a day to kind of refresh the brain and hang out with our friends. But that's up to you. I could show you where the forms are if you want to apply for that. Let's see, my other 2 classes this year. I am in Spanish, so I think I'm going to stay with Spanish, so then I would be in Spanish 2. Spanish Dos. And then I'm taking Intro to Business, but I took it because I was told that's going to meet my consumer ed requirement. But I don't really want to go into business. I really want to be a teacher, I think. So I saw something and see, this education pathway. And it looks like the first 2 classes in there are Foundations for Learning and Development and Intro to Teaching Methods. I think I want to try those. So I'm going to type those in. So I'm going to go Foundations for Learning and Development. I'm just going to put LD. and then I'm going to type in Intro to Teaching Methods. Okay, and like I said, I think I'm going to try to go to a 4-year school right away, and I'm interested in being a teacher. If you don't have a career interest, just put something you're interested in. Put a subject that you like so that maybe we could try to build something. So it looks like I got my classes for next year. So I'm all good here. What I'm going to do now is go back to my 4-year plan, and I'm going to start filling this out. So I said I was in Honors World Lit, so I'm just going to drop those down. They should be in here, or I could start typing them in and it'll auto-populate. This second level is grades. I haven't gotten grades yet, so I'm going to leave it blank. But if you look right here, I got this thing called red to green. As I pass a class, this red changes a shade and has a little green in it to where once I get all 4 credits, I'm going to be completely green. So that's the point of that. And then, for example, I knew I was in Honors Written and Oral. That's what I took this year. Next year, I said I was taking Honors World Lit. So I'm going to see, is that here? Yep, Honors World Lit. And then if I go back to that registration booklet, if I go back to the top where English was, it says I'm going to take AP Lang or AP Seminar or American Lit. I'm going to say I'm going to just stay on the top to keep it easy. I'm going to go AP Lang. And I put it. Each year's broken up into 2 semesters in case I change levels or something's unique. And then senior year, I'm going to put AP Lit. Yeah, I'm going to type in my AP Lit. And so you can see my senior year, English is already planned out. Math, I was in Algebra 70s, okay, and so on. So what I want you to do is at least before you leave, have these first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these first ones done, okay. I think it's going to be different for you. I did redo it. Let me see real quick. Now I'm just doing stuff that you don't need to see. Let me see real quick. So start filling those out, and no, I didn't. Okay, so try to get at least English, Math, Science, Social Science, and PE filled out. Once you have those done, if you have them done all 4 years, show them to your BAM and you can go. But if you do have time or you aren't in a rush, it'd be great if you could try to get all of these filled out. So you should have 8 classes each semester or each year. Okay, don't forget at some point you got to knock out your fine arts and your consumer ed. I know I'm taking a lunch all 4 years, so I'm just going to type in lunch, 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 lunch. Almost done. So as you can see, I just kind of did this a little bit, and I have almost half my schedule done, kind of. So if I just go through and do the course, on the bottom it shows how much you've earned each semester, and then it does tell you how to share this with your parents. So what I want you to do right now is use the registration booklet, and go through and add your classes that you're planning on taking over the next 4 years. And then when we meet, we're going to try to fill this out as complete as we can. If you have any questions, come down and see me, please. Otherwise, have a great day.